Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for August 5th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 18. And if you add the 1 and the 8 together, you get the number 9. The number 9 is the number of Isis and Nephthys, the duality between the two faces of the feminine, the fertility part and the destructive part, that is the feminine. The number 9 is the most feminine number. And so it brings up a lot of emotions and things from our deep subconscious in order for us to pay attention and notice them. It's the number of those little subtle whisperings and the intuition that comes in and tries to tell us and guide us as we move through. So as today is the number 9, I find it ironic that many things have completed in my personal reality as all family is finally gone from my house, and slowly I have a more normal schedule coming back into the picture after a month and a half. So take a look at what needs to be done in your world and is asking for a resolution and completion. Notice the completions when they come up and be appreciative to those completions. Take a look at what needs to be done in your world and is asking for some sort of resolution or your attention to complete. There are moments when reflection and appreciation of this wonderful life are important to grasp and relish. Today is that day. With so many things coming full circle, remember to protect and to care for yourself and your family. Listen to that voice within. Listen so that you can begin again. Pay attention when all seems lost. That is the moment when the old needs to be tossed. Magic happens when we let the mind go. Magic exists beyond the mind's what the mind seems to know. And the astrology today. The moon flows with comfort and ease as it resides in the watery sign of Cancer. We notice our attachments and feelings that continue to arise to show us that we need that security as it forms the foundation for so many more things. Be clear and kind. Be in a feeling place rather than your mind. Curiosity is fun, but comfort rules the day. Take some time to get on the floor and play. With those that we love and those that deserve our care, let this life spontaneously mess up our hair. Sorry, poetry override today. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like, oh, God, I live in this brain. It's really problematic. Okay, so going back to the astrology, Mercury and Venus do the West Coast swing as they push and pull each other into a semi-sextile. Might as well take the logic and put it on the side. Learn to laugh and let the silly side of our personality out for some fun. We have some inspired places that find their way into the light. We have many innovations that will be put into place shortly. And my quote for today. I learned from all the stories that have been told. I have learned that inside I am very afraid and bold. I am a contradiction of emotions and skill. I have a bright smile like a daffodil. I wonder at the forces of nature outside. I have loved and lost, died and cried. It has been worth every ounce of strength, even when things seem strange and a weird wavelength. Learning requires us to be open and free. Growth comes to those that like to sightsee. If we never go out of the mind's room, we will experience only fear and gloom. And my blog for today. I believe the Olympics have been a great gift for all our hearts. We needed to feel pulled together by an event that shows the power of our diversity. It has been so wonderful to see the old and the young compete side by side. It has been a joy to watch the shared experiences of athletes put on their edges and pushed beyond their own known limits. It has given me hope to see those take risks and pull back, not because of a lack of skill or ability, but from a knowing that in competition, it is often the mind that can override the skill when it falls into doubt. Belief within the self and focused determination to do the impossible is what the Olympics are about. In my world of dance, I did not have just one moment to prove myself. I could do less well in one show, but there would be another show that I could redeem myself. But on the stage of media and medals, it is a one-shot deal. Glory or failure awaits. Success or loss. Fame or forgotten. Talk about a tough crowd. While we want winning, we have a society that thrives on believing that we are the best. The truth is always more complicated than that. How many athletes have had that same dream, but their body stopped them along the way? How many pushed themselves but could never quite make the cut? For every winner, there are a multitude of others who love the sport just as much, but perhaps did not have the perfect body or faculty to make it happen. Russia and China have looked for those perfect bodies for their particular athletes and dancers, and that search has shown that for certain activities, specific body types are better, sturdier, and more able to handle the extreme stresses put on the body. And while I greatly admire those who are the perfect specimen, I also admire those who challenge our perspective when they do not have the perfect body, but the heart and soul are so strong that they overcome the physical and something sublime and spiritual, where the soul is able to transform the obvious into something of wonder. Many times I find myself admiring those who have the ability to capture my heart, and thus my soul is able to fly on their wings of hope and promise. Enjoy the Olympics.